For 9 years, so I think I timed out. I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, Ann's great.
Yeah.
Ann, I always cheer her when Ann got hired.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's awesome. She's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So Jay,
I'd like to call this evening's Planning Commission of the City of Greer to order. If there's anybody present on the commission who would need to disqualify themselves from the cases being reviewed this evening, please state your name and case for the record and complete a recusal form from staff. I don't think we should have anybody, so at this time, at the time of the case, voted on person just need to step down from the panel. First order of business, we will now elect a vice chair for the remainder of 2024.
I move we elect Walden Jones.
This is vice chair.
Vice Chair.
This is vice chair.
Vice Chair.
At this point, we'd like to have a nomination for vice chair.
Who's the chair?
I've moved into the chair, I guess.
Yeah, the Vice Chair moved up to the chair.
Chair.
Well, that wasn't stated.
State
Well, I
that
just
first.
nominated him to be chair.
What do we do first?
Chair.
So, because Walden was vice chair and he agreed to serve as chair,
We don't have to vote.
you don't have to vote on chair, but you will have to vote on a vice chair to replace Mr. Jones since
Appreciate
he
the
is
offer.
now the chair.
Who wants it?
If we were more argumentative, I would challenge those parliamentary procedures, but I'm not. And
Well,
since
I-
it's what I wanted to happen anyway.
I did ask Tammy. She agreed. So,
Say what?
Has to. It doesn't
Who's
matter.
this? We have a nomination?
No
Ryan?
nominations? Can I nominate? I'll nominate myself if nobody's gonna do it.
I live with that.
I'll nominate you.
Second.
I'll nominate you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right,
Can you nominate yourself?
so we have a
You
second.
can now.
Call for vote.
Can I vote no?
who is the second? Y'all are wild tonight.
Paul was the
Okay.
second.
All right, Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Acerno,
Yes.
Mrs. Medford,
yes.
Mr. Booker,
Yes.
Mr. Lamb,
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes. All right, congratulations.
A close vote.
All right, so now we'll move on to the public hearing. During this time, we will open and close a public hearing for each request. We will start with the staff giving the basic information for the request and the applicant presenting their request. Afterwards, anyone wishing to speak for or against the request will do so and also have the opportunity. All speakers should come to the podium to make the comments, beginning with their name and address. If you have not already signed in, please sign in for the staff to speak. Okay, so at this time, we will open the public hearing for AN 24-04. Staff?
This is docket number AN 24-04. The address is Hood Road. The parcel ID number is G 006-000-301105. The existing zoning is unzoned Greenville County, and the request is to annex and zone to manufacturing and logistics with the intent of building a fire and police training facility. Here's the aerial of the parcel. Here's the zoning map. The subject parcel is currently Greenville County. The surrounding parcels in purple are zone manufacturing and logistics. Here's the future land use map. The future land use in gray is manufacturing and logistics. Here's a photo of existing conditions at the site, and that completes my presentation.
All right. Is anybody from the city present? All right. What would you like to tell us about the project?
I don't have much to add, so the parcel that it's going to be combined with, as you can see, is already an existing fire station. So they will be knocking down the large training facility on the left and then building a new, much larger training facility for both police and fire. We'll have room for training as well as like classroom training too.
Okay. All right. Apparently, we don't have anybody signed up to speak, but I will ask the crowd, is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak on or against this project? Seeing none, close the public hearing for AN 24-04. At this time, we will open the public hearing for AN 24-05.
This is docket number AN 24-05. The address is Highway 101 and Reedville Road. The parcel ID numbers are 5-35-00-079.01, 5-40-00-059.00, and 5-35-00-080.01. The existing zoning is unzoned Spartanburg County, and the request is to annex and zone 2 commercial corridor with the intent of building a gas station and car wash. Here's the aerial of the 3 parcels. Here's the zoning map. The surrounding zoning for the parcels in purple are manufacturing and logistics. That is not correct. I believe it's commercial corridor. Here's the future land use map. It is suburban neighborhood in yellow. The green dot designates a neighborhood center, and the purple line designates a transitional corridor. Here is a photo of the existing conditions at the 3 parcels. That completes my presentation.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant present? Thank you. You mind coming up forward and stating your name and address?
My name is Greg Minton, 309 Ellington Creek Lane, Greer, South Carolina. But I'm with the Spinks Company, and obviously this is our project, but we're excited about bringing in these 3 parcels. This is going to be part of a larger development we hope in the future. We've been working with the surrounding property owner that owns the remaining acreage around us, but we're bringing these 3 parcels in, and we'll work in conjunction with the surrounding property owners as we build this to create all the DOT access that will serve the entire acreage as part of our developments. We've been working with them to coordinate our plans with DOT and also with for their future development plans. But we'll have our tunnel car wash and our Spinks gas station will be on the 3 parcels. The 2 parcels that are shown will be where the car wash is, and then the smaller parcel towards the center of the property will be where the gas station is located.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak on or behalf or against this project? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing for AN 24-05. At this time, we will open the public hearing for RZ 24-07.
This is docket number RZ 24-07. The address is Highland Street. The parcel ID numbers are T 009-04-02-03-800, and the remaining 3 share the same prefix but different last 4 digits. So 3900, 4000, and 4100. The existing zoning is commercial corridor, and the request is to rezone to traditional neighborhood. Here's the aerial of the site. The parcels in purple are zoned commercial corridor, and the gray is unzoned Greenville County. The future land use is suburban commercial. Here's a photo of existing conditions at the 4 parcels, and that completes my presentation.
All right, thank you. Is the applicant present?
Good evening, Michael Roth, 26 Elmsley Road, Greenville, South Carolina. Looking to bring in these 4 lots from commercial to a residential use for single-family attached and detached product. If you could tell from the maps, these 4 lots are accessed off of Highland. I believe this is leftover land from the Panera Bread or McAllister development that was on 29. And so you cannot access from 29. So there's probably a 20-foot retaining wall there. So it makes sense to bring it to residential. This fits the surrounding land use, everything around on Highland Street's residential, and that's what I'm asking for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone present to speak against or for this project? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing for RZ 24-07. At this point, we will now move into the new business portion of the meeting. This is where staff will make the official recommendation on each item. If the commission has any questions of the applicant, staff, or anyone in the audience, it is within their right to ask those questions. The board will vote on each request during this time. After the commission has voted on your case, please contact planning and zoning staff for further recommendations. At this time, I will open up the business meeting for AN 24-04.
Once again, this is AN 24-04. The address is Hood Road. The existing zoning is unzoned Greenville County, and the request is to annex and zone to manufacturing and logistics. Here's the aerial. Here's the zoning map. Here's the future land use. Here's the photo of existing conditions. Once again, the request is to annex and zone to manufacturing and logistics for a police and fire training facility. The surrounding zoning is mostly industrial, and staff recommend approval.
All right, thank you. Any questions, comments, motions?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion.
Ms. Judy, you can have it.
All right, Ms. Jones,
Now that he's back.
Yes.
Mr. Acerno,
Yes.
Mrs. Medford,
Yes.
Mr. Booker,
Yes.
Mr. Lamb,
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes. The motion passes. Please contact the staff for next steps. All right, at this time, we will open up the business meeting. Well, excuse me. We will open up the business meeting for AN 24-05.
This is AN 24-05. The address is Highway 101 and Reedville Road, and the request is to annex and zone to commercial corridor. Here's the aerial of the parcels. Here's the zoning map. Here's the future land use. This is the existing conditions. Once again, the request is to annex and zone to commercial corridor with the intent of creating a gas station and car wash. The surrounding zoning is commercial corridor or vacant. Staff recommend approval.
All right, thank you.
So move.
He's wanting to get down early.
Well, I guess, is there any questions or comments of staff or the applicant?
Could have made a second anyway.
If not, I guess,
What was the void space between the two?
Excuse me.
There's 3 lots there. There's a pathway or a right-of-way? What is that between the
So-
3 lots?
So there's actually a larger commercial parcel that will be developed here in the rear, and they will share access here and here and
Okay.
up here. So they're going to develop the access here as part of their site.
Okay.
is that another parcel that's just not in the, annexed into the city?
Yeah, so that's actually owned by a bank. So that'll probably come in as an out parcel at some point.
Ms. Jones, I think you did make a motion, didn't you?
I did, and it failed.
It didn't fail.
I'll second Ms. Jones' motion to approve.
All right, Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Acerno,
Yes.
Mrs. Medford,
Yes.
Mr. Booker,
Yes.
Mr. Lamb,
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes. This motion passes. Please contact staff for next steps. At this time, we will open up the business meeting for RZ 24-07.
This is RZ 24-07. The address is Highland Street. The existing zoning is commercial corridor, and the request is to rezone to traditional neighborhood. Here's the aerial. Here's the zoning map. Here's the future land use. This is the photo of existing conditions. Once again, the request is to annex and zone to commercial corridor. The surrounding land uses range from commercial to residential, and staff recommend approval.
All right. Is there any discussion, questions for the applicant or staff?
Is that one, that's one parcel, or that's 4 separate parcels? 4 separate parcels?
4 separate
And
parcels.
each parcel's I guess
Oh.
is the plan to put houses on each one of them?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And they're wide enough to do that?
Yeah, they're 50 feet wide.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an acre in total, so they're about 50 feet wide, and they're fairly deep parcels.
Yeah. Okay.
Questions, comments, motions?
How many houses are you gonna put in each parcel?
It's a good question. I'm not sure yet. So the density that we're asking for, traditional neighborhood, allows for single-family attached and detached. I think it's no more than 10 per acre, if I'm correct. So you can't, based off that, we can't do more than 10. But I think with the lot lines, you can't really do that anyways. So, I mean, we're toying between just a single-family home, which is what we might just do, or we may do a duplex, or maybe a single-family home with an ADU. We're not sure yet. They would be for sale product, though.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, motions, discussion?
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Acerno?
Yes.
Ms. Medford?
Yes.
Mr. Booker?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes. Motion passes. Contact staff for next steps. All right, at this time, we will open up a business meeting for PP 24-03.
This is PP 24-03. The address is Kist Road. The parcel ID number is 5-35-00-038.00 and 5-35-00-038.01. This is a preliminary plat approval request. So Hickory Ridge is a 99-unit, single-family detached subdivision located off Kist Road. The project meets all applicable regulations with 2 different lot sizes throughout the development, 11.95 acres of open space with both active and passive amenities. Staff recommends approval.
All right.
How do you get in here?
I assume the applicant's here. Okay. Any questions, discussion for the applicant or staff? What is the average lot size? Or you said there's 2 different lot sizes?
There's 2 different lot sizes. So one is a 75 to 10,000 square foot lot, and the other is a 5,000 to 7,500 square foot lot.
2-car garages.
If you'd like to come up and
on
introduce
up,
yourselves, you can.
You got, how much room you got behind those garages before you get to the sidewalk?
So Nicholas Myers, Pulte Homes, I'm the builder, and then we've got,
Dalton Burbridge, I'm representing Seaman and Whiteside today, engineering firm.
Okay.
Thank you.
How much room you got behind, between the garage and the street or the garage and the sidewalk?
There's a 20-foot
Building setback.
setback, so you'll have 20 feet from the building.
What I like to hear. Let's start.
And driveways are approximately 16 feet wide, so you'll probably have around 20 feet of entry to the garage.
So you can get 2 cars because the garage is gonna be full of junk,
2-car garage, yes, sir.
full of stuff. Other than cars, but anyway, all right.
What are the amenities that we're providing for this neighborhood?
Pool, cabana, playground, fire pit.
It's down in the
Pool?
bottom
Ma'am,
here.
it's down here by the existing creek that's on site.
No swimming pool.
I
that
just
again?
said swimming pool.
Oh,
He said yes.
you got one? Okay.
Down at the bottom. Sorry to see, but my shaky hand.
And I know you listed the address, but what is this near in relation to what?
Directly adjacent to Chestnut Grove, which is a Meritage community on Kiss Road.
On the top right.
Is this the site that the school originally
Yep.
came in at?
It is. So this is just north of Reedville Road, in the southernmost part of the city.
How many units is it gonna be?
Yeah, we
99.
had an
Okay.
annexation a couple months ago.
They could have built more, so, you know, we had all the people
Right.
here objecting, but then they got happy.
Yep. Yep. I think that was the biggest concern for some of the folks that I talked with was the number of units. So I'm glad you honored that.
First, they were complaining because it was a school. They wanted houses, then they got houses, and they were complaining.
How do you enter this neighborhood? I'm just,
Say that again?
There's a road, there's a road down the middle. Yeah,
well, that's cute.
yeah. It's
So it's on both sides of the
75%
road.
on one side and
I keep forgetting that.
the DOT required any road improvements, I guess, or turn lanes, I reckon, or?
There are, and then we've got, I believe, some widening to do on Cox Road as well.
Yeah, that's the main DOT, not issue, but needs to be resolved, is you can see it shows, it's hatched, you can barely see it from this scale, but Cox will be expanded on the property side, but not adjacent. So it'll just increase on the property owner side of
Is Cox Road a county road?
It is, and it's also, we also do have a turn lane on Kist as well.
It's actually ours now. We annexed it with the site.
Okay.
There you go.
And both KISS and Cox will have sidewalk connections along the road.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Now,
good.
when I was on Kiss Road, it was awfully narrow. So are we doing anything about the size of the road?
I think they've actually repaved that here recently and added a foot on each side. The county did.
County actually did a repaving recently, and they widened it just a
Thank
little
you.
bit on both sides. So it's a little more generous now. It doesn't feel quite so narrow.
Okay.
Comments, questions, discussions, motions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Acerno?
Yes.
Ms. Medford?
Yes.
Mr. Booker?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes. Motion passes. Contact planning staff for next steps. Thank you. That concludes our new business portion of the meeting. Now we go into other business. Planning and staff report.
Heather's going to pull up our update on our planning advisory committee cases. But while she's doing that, I'd just like to welcome Ms. Medford to the Planning Commission. We're happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Holland didn't get to have a last meeting after he announced that he wouldn't be returning since we didn't meet last month, but we certainly, just for the record, want to thank him for his service, and I believe council will be doing a recognition of him as well. But welcome to the group. Happy to have you, and
I would like to go back. I did miss the meeting minutes.
I was just going to let it slide, but you can if you want.
I would like, after we get done with the staff planning, we'll get to that.
We're just going to vote on both of them next meeting. But sure, that's fine.
She just rolled
She
too
was gonna let
into
you
it.
go home. Okay, so these are all of our Planning Advisory Committee cases between April to the end of June of this year. So I won't read through all of this. We just saw this one. It's the fire and police training facility. You just saw their annexation application. They've already been through PAC and showed us the site. So here it is. You can see they have this big building right here that will be the majority of their training facility. And then I think one of these is going to be a new training building. So they may burn stuff in it and practice. And I think one of them might be storage. Maybe it's also training. So that's what the site will look like. All right, so the next one is the basketball courts at Stevens Field. So these are the basketball courts that they'll be moving from Victor gym where they currently are, and they're moving them down the road to Stevens Field. So here's the aerial. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna use the little.
This thing? So they'll be putting them at the front of the site, close to North Line, right there. You can see the Legion is staying.
Are these
American
indoor or
Legion.
outdoor?
These are outdoor courts. It's 2 courts. They're going to build some parking. They're going to add in some sidewalk on Snow Street, hopefully. And the American Legion will actually have a really nice little parking area. So,
Good.
if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to interrupt. So this one is, I believe you may have seen this before. This is actually in the Highway 101 Reedville Road area. It is 84 townhome units. This previously was apartments, but with the UDO, they were able to change to townhomes by right when apartments didn't work out. So this is just south of where Spinks will be. So this is Reedville Road, and Spinks is like up here in like one of these parcels. So here's the site that we saw at PAC. I think they may be sticking with this design. They'll have 2 commercial out parcels over here, and all the townhomes.
Where's the sewer for that property?
It's coming right down 101. Right, like it's right off the back of 101.
What development's bringing it down 101?
I guess
There's
it's,
something further south, going toward Woodruff?
it's not coming from the south, it's coming from the north, as I understand it.
I'm honestly not sure. Waverly
That's not even
Talk to us
CPW, is it? Sewer.
talked to us about
I think it is
easements.
CPW.
With those 2 out parcels, they've been coordinating with them, but beyond that, I'm not certain.
So this looks like it backs up to that neighborhood that was just approved.
No.
This is actually in a
It's
different,
close to it.
No, that,
um,
here's Kiss Road right here. This is further north.
Okay.
but when we're done, I'll pull up GIS and
But
we
this
can look
is
at where all these
actually- I
parcels
think
are.
this, well, no, this is Kiss Road. So it's a couple miles.
The same area. So this is Woods Mortuary Crematory. They are subdividing a portion of their memorial gardens off of Gap Creek Road, and they're building a crematory on the site. So it's actually, so they kind of did a giant flag lot, but they ended up, they're going to connect to one of their existing roads, and it'll be in this area right here. So it'll be way back on the site.
That already came to us once.
Yes, I think for rezoning this little portion
Why
that
does
they
it have to
did.
be on a separate lot? Is that just what they
So
want?
it's actually zoned residential right now.
Which
the
did not
gardens.
allow a crematory, so.
Yeah, so we had to zone commercial corridor, which is, it is all along Wade Hampton to the north, so. But that's it. They're working on getting their plan review in. So,
Wow, they have moved really fast on those projects, haven't they?
yeah, so here is the,
Money burned a hole in their pockets.
the parking garage. Here is, this doesn't show both parcels. This actually includes this parcel as well. This is off of Trade, just to orient. And here you can
How many
see-
cars, how many cars is that parking lot?
I'm not exactly sure because we didn't see all the layers. Do you remember?
I want to say it's close to 500 spaces.
I've heard 500.
What is the existing one that was built?
I think 385.
It'll be bigger.
Whoever would have thought Greer would need one, much less two.
So we still have some access
going up
issues to work out
30%.
with adjacent parcels, but for the most part,
What's there right now?
Parking lot.
Right
Oh,
now, it's
parking.
like a
Dirt field.
parking lot and the old gun store. That's right there.
Gun store. Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah, so, this one, yes, it needs a little more work.
The part there.
Okay, so this is off of Town Center Drive, Interested Industries Home Improvement Retail. So they actually are gonna subdivide off a portion of this site. And I think, were they gonna take a piece of this one as
So this is
well?
behind the Bank of Travelers Rest and all that.
Yeah, so Target's across the
Target,
street,
okay.
and then, this is like Vitamin Shop, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the.
Fuddruckers and all that right there.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep, that's right back there. So this is the site that they have. It's part showroom and then some warehouse type
Interested
storage.
Industries Facility, what does that mean? Is that a,
I honestly tried to Google it and I couldn't find
is that
anything.
actually a name, a true name of?
It might be like a shell name.
Yeah, I think.
But it's supposed to, I don't know, did they describe the business?
Yeah, it's
They're
like
pack.
flooring, counter tile, like, basically, they're gonna demo some rooms in the front, and then the back will have, slabs of things. So it's more like a showroom.
Showroom, okay.
So, so this is off Brushy Creek. This is the Brushy Creek Town's commercial out parcel. So this is the other side that they were planning to develop into commercial. This is the Suds Laundry, is that right?
Yeah, Green Laundry Lounge.
Oh, okay, that's the
there's a
Spinks across the street right
gym.
there.
There's a gym
Yeah.
there. So this is their development proposal, and you can see they have an amenity there on the side. And a little trail or sidewalk
What is his?
for the residents. And very interesting parking lot.
It's very inefficient.
It's something. So that's it. That's our last site. I will
something.
save what we saw recently in July for the next time in 3 months. So
Is
that way we have a clean
the-
cutoff.
The Chase Bank going on, right, I guess kind of across the street from Five Guys. Is that in the city?
Yeah, it's currently grading.
Yeah. All right,
I think they came,
due to me not following the agenda, I'm gonna go back and ask if we received the minutes from last meeting on April 15th, 2024. Trust everyone.
They were fine minutes. I move to approve.
All right,
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mr. Acerno,
Yes.
Ms. Mitford,
Yes.
Mr. Booker,
Yes.
Mr. Lamb,
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
yes. All right,
So real quick, before we adjourn, just to orient you guys, so this is Highway 101. This is the townhome parcel that we just saw from PAC. These are the Spinks parcels right here. Reedville Road, the Kist Reedville intersection, and then this is the preliminary plat that we saw tonight, are these two parcels.
okay.
And this is Chestnut Grove up here, which I'm gonna click on every single one. So
There's a lot going on that
the bottom,
Cool area. They're gonna have a lot of construction going on.
right.
The new Greer.
Reedville.
Actually, those people were complaining at the last meeting.
So anything you can disclose or let us know about that other parcel that's kind of wrapped around the Spinks?
This one.
It's all speculative at this point, but my understanding is that they've always had kind of a retail strip with a potential grocery store anchor
Yeah,
as their plan, but we have not seen
anything.
any plan review or layout for it.
And that story exists, I mean, it's the same thing they've been saying since they first came before us well over a year ago.
Yeah, Spinks came for an annexation. They started the process and then they let it expire. I think they were trying to work out cross-access with the other parcel and DOT. But it seems like they've gotten it together now. Because we have it going to PAC
This
The 25th, right?
next pack,
So it'll
yeah,
be
our
coming to
next one.
PAC
next week, next Thursday.
next Thursday. So it seems like they've kind of worked out some of their kinks and it's going to move forward this time.
Oh, wow,
They're moving very quick.
so much better.
I got, well, it doesn't have to be an official question, but we need some training videos.
Okay,
I still got the last one you said, I could watch some of them,
all right.
but I thought I'd give you an opportunity to,
Yep, we are halfway through the year, so
I
get
haven't
those.
seen any offering
Oh.
for training.
she's way behind. Don't worry, you get like 18 months. First year.
All right, that's everything. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That was for Miss Medford's.
My first one was the one where the KISS dread, where they were talking about all the people coming for the school, the charter school, or the school that was proposed there. It was terrible.
Yeah.